Guys, good morning. This is Dr. Shani with the Connection Experience. We're going to talk about validation today. I saw this meme on social media the other day that said, validation is for parking. And I admit, I laughed at first when I saw that. Validation is for ha 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 ha. However, then I thought about it again, I don't know if I like that because I think it sends the wrong message about the value of validation in interpersonal relationships. Validation is crucial. Validation is simply an acknowledgement of someone else's feelings and experiences. It is just allowing another person's emotional state to exist, even when it's different than yours. I think what it meant was that we shouldn't be dependent on validation to feel good about ourselves. And I do agree with that. But let's get into a little bit about what validation looks like. So, the benefits of validation. One, it communicates acceptance. Acceptance that someone else has feelings that are different than yours. Two, it shows respect for someone else. It builds understanding and it helps people get closer, especially when there's conflict and you have different ideas about that conflict. Validation just says, I hear you, I see you, and you matter. And that is important in relationships. So, what validation is not? Validation is not agreement or surrender to that person's behavior when they are offended. It doesn't mean that you agree with how they're expressing their feelings. It is just the acknowledgement that they have feelings. So, you don't have to agree with how the person is behaving. It is also not an opportunity to change how that person feels. So if you feel like you have to coerce someone out of being upset, that is not validation. Validation is just saying, I know you're upset. I see that you're upset. I can understand why you're upset if I were you. Validation is not being a cheerleader either. It's not, oh, you'll get over it. That's minimizing, and we don't want to do that. So validation is simply acknowledging that another person's feelings exist, and sometimes it's helpful for you to even summarize what you notice. If someone's crying but they're screaming at you, you must be in a lot of pain, right? They're screaming at you, so that's a little hard to take, but again, it's not agreement. They should not be screaming at you, but you can see that that person is in distress. So validation is just pointing out that that person is distressed. So let's do an example. So let's say someone is disappointed or upset about something and they withdraw, they isolate, they get quiet, they don't speak to you anymore. A validating statement for that would be, I can see you feel upset, dismissed, betrayed, whatever the feeling is. I can see that you're upset. And when you're upset, you like to separate from people. You like to shut people out. So that is just an acknowledgement of, I see you're upset and I can tell that this behavior is showing me something. A not so validating statement would be, why are you so mad? Get over it. Or why are you so mad? Quit, cut that out. Nobody likes that. Well, that's dismissive. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's deep to that person. It might not be deep to you, but again, it takes me back to my first point, which is validation is not agreement. So practice that with a loved one. You can practice that anywhere. You can practice that at work. You can practice that at home. You can even practice that with your kids. I do this with my son sometimes. When he's mad at me, he loves to tell me he's mad. Mommy, I'm super mad. Okay, he balls up his little fist. I'm super mad. I'm like, okay. So my initial response is, cut it out. Don't listen to that first voice. That first voice that says, cut it out. Oh, okay. You're mad. I see that you're mad. Well, I'm here. I'm here. Just what's up? Why you mad? And actually, he's 3 years old, but he will tell me. He will tell me why he's mad, and then we can take it from there. But the fact that I don't shut it down, tell him not to be mad, tell him to quit it, cut it out, gives him the validation he needs, that I hear him, that I see him, that what he's saying is important, no matter if I agree with the behavior or not. We can consequence the behavior afterwards. Why are you mad? It actually creates a conversation between me and him. At 3, he can say, I am mad and this is why I'm mad. So you're building emotional intelligence with kids too. So you can use this for anybody. All right, so that is a little bit about validation. There's tons of stuff on validation on the internet. You can Google it anytime. Or you can write in the comment section, inbox me. I will respond if you have any questions about when this is useful and when it isn't. Um, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get alerts when the next video is posted. And don't forget to connect.